He's Ray Rice, Ravens running back. Got to Texans coming up this weekend. He joins us now. When's the last time you were late for practice?
I had to be when I was a child.
A child?
Yeah, if I was Pop Warner. My mom I probably didn't finish my homework or something first. She wouldn't let me go to practice without doing my homework first.
Well, what if you were late right now? What would John Harbaugh do?
If I was late, number one, we had to make it right. We have a little system called Make It Right, so I had to pay the fine. But I don't think I would be reported because I'm definitely not one of them guys to be late. I'm actually early to practice.
You make it right. How much does it cost you to make it right?
A little internal system. It depends on the variations. They can get up to all the way up to 500,000. But I mean, for me, I've never been late around here, so I don't have to worry about that. I like to keep my finances in check.
Last time you spoke to Ray Lewis?
We've been texting each other. Obviously, everybody he had his procedure done, and we'll just continue. I would continue to reach out to him, see what's going on, and but obviously, the best part about this situation, he's in good spirits, and by him being in good spirits, knowing the person he is, I'm looking forward to seeing him back later this year.
Do you expect him back if you guys are in the postseason?
Yeah. I mean, it's just you got to know the person. And I know Ray, and I know how hard he's going to work. And, he wants to get back. He's never one that wants to leave us out there. He's always feels like he has to be in war with us. So, we'll just try to carry him, see how long he can go. And when he gets back, I'm sure, he's never had the problem of getting back in shape or playing or none of that stuff. So that's at least our concern.
A bigger loss, Ladarius Webb or Ray Lewis?
I mean, those are both special guys. I don't think you put you say a bigger loss. Those are just two, blows that you take in terms of defense. And those are two different people. You're talking about Ray, 17 years, the emotional leader of the Ravens franchise. And then you talk about arguably, one of the best cornerbacks to play the game right now. So, it's two different people.
Well, I said that Ray is the face of the team. I thought Ladarius Webb was a bigger loss because I don't think people realize just how good he is and how good he has been.
Well, see, that's for everybody to speculate. We know what Ladarius Webb was to this team, but we also know what Ray. Part of Ray motivates Ladarius to be the best he can be. Ladarius wants to be, like an Ed Reed back there. So, they just at two different phases in their career, and obviously, Ray's toward the end of his career, and Ladarius is, young and up and coming, and he'll work very hard to get back like he's always done.
He's Ray Rice, the Ravens running back. They got the Texans coming up this weekend, joining us, Dan Patrick Show. Do you realize how lucky you are with Ray Lewis and Ed Reed that you can tell your kids and grandkids you played with two of the greatest players at first ballot Hall of Famers?
Yeah. And not only did I play with them, I'm pretty good friends with them as well.
Have you gotten an autograph from either one of them?
You know what? I haven't asked them for an autograph. I really haven't. But I have teased Ray that I don't have a jersey in my basement. I need it in my shrine. The only way people's going to believe me when I'm done the game to say, you got to have something in the basement that's worth something.
Who's in your shrine in the basement, Ray?
Right now?
Yeah.
Me.
That's it?
Well, you got to understand that I just got myself into, a financial situation where I actually got me a house. I was living in a townhome before, but it was nice. But now when you're talking about a real home, so my basement's still having some work done to it.
Okay. Will you ask any of your opponents for a signed jersey?
Well, you know what I did this year? Just mutual respect. We came out the same draft class together. Me and Jamal Charles exchanged jerseys after the game. I'm going to have him framed up and put in my basement. So he's the first running back from a different team, to go up in my basement.
What about Arian Foster?
I'm definitely going to probably do the same with him. He comes to Vontae Leach's charity event, so maybe shoot him a text and tell him, let's bring a jersey down, let's swap. It would be great to have him on the wall, too.
What's he do better than you?
Well, number one, I always study other backs, and I like to take from other people's game. I like to say his patience is at another level, because of the system they run. He's a very patient runner. He takes the yards that are there, and he's definitely not trying to force anything. So, that's something we try to take from each other, and I'm sure he'll tell you I got a few things that he's looking at me that I do well.
Give me other running backs. If you're going to sample from them, what would you be taking? Who would you be taking it from?
I'll be taking Aaron Foster's patience. Well, me and Jones Drew, I'll try to take his power because he's short, but he's very powerful. And I'll take Chris Johnson's speed, and I'll keep my set of hands.
How about historically? Do you break down, follow running backs?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of every running back because you know what? The game is ever evolving. And you can go back from how the Jim Brown era, you can go back to the Walter Payton era and the Barry Sanders, the Emmitt Smith, and then you go to the Marshall Faulk. You can go, there's so many greats. And you know what? Every one of them was different. And I just think with my class and everybody that's playing, and we're all different kind of running backs. We're all different. But we're all trying to share the same common goal. And that's number one, to, make our teams better. And then eventually just carry on a legacy that them guys already left.
You have just over 4,800 yards. Could you approach Emmitt Smith's all-time record?
I don't know. I mean, that's a long way to go. That is a long way to go. I mean, oof.
You're only 13,000 shy.
That's what I'm saying. Hey. Barry Sanders left the game a little early. He's still good to go. Emmitt's one of them records that's probably going to be there for a while.
Is Terrell Suggs going to play this weekend?
You know what? I really don't have an answer to that. I wish I knew.
Yeah, he looked like in practice he's in good spirits. He's ready to go. He's
been working very hard, and obviously coaching and Terrell, have the last say on whether he can practice or not. But he looked really good in practice. For him to have that kind of injury, be able to come back and go out to practice yesterday with no setback, really just shows that, he's worked very hard, not only for himself, but to get back healthy with the team.
Tell me what was going on in the final minute, 30 seconds, when you watched the Cowboys not really sure what they were doing, didn't call another play, and it seemed like they were just moving in slow motion. What were you thinking watching that?
Man, are you talking about the field goal?
Yeah.
I was praying. I was on the sideline praying.
How did they not get another play called before that, Ray?
I don't know. Well, I just knew they were in field goal range and a flag had happened. And, we've been on the other end of a kicking situation, so we know what that feels like. So obviously, I don't know when to call it a little luck there, or, maybe Mother Nature just gave a nice little wind that blew that ball to the left. But, we definitely got one out in our favor right there.
Were you a Cowboy fan growing up?
I was an Emmitt Smith fan.
But not a Cowboy fan?
Nah, I actually grew up liking the 49ers.
49ers?
Yeah, I thought me and Jerry Rice was family. We shared the same last name.
When did you realize you weren't related to Jerry Rice?
I don't know if it's, he's a Rice. So, I never did family tree or nothing, but I'm sure he probably came across that a lot in his life. But, for me, it was pretty cool.
Did you tell people that Jerry Rice was related to you?
Yep. I had no shame in it. And I couldn't prove it either. They asked me, well, send me something and give me an autograph or something. I said, I can't. He's playing football right now. It's funny because there's kids now that do that in my hometown that say they're related to me. And maybe I know them, but we're not technically related. But because they know me, they feel like we're related. It's pretty cool.
What about Condoleezza Rice?
Hey, we might be family too.
If I said I can get you Jerry Rice autographed jersey or Emmitt Smith autographed jersey?
Hey, that's a tough one. You talking about the greatest receiver and the greatest running back. That's not fair. I need both.
No, you got to pick, Ray.
If I had to pick one.
Right now.
I have to go Emmitt Smith.
Why, you turned your back on family, Ray?
Nah, I never turned my back on family.
On Jerry? Jerry's family.
Jerry plays a different position. I could take more from Emmitt Smith.
Well, have fun this weekend. Good to visit with you again, Ray. Thanks for joining us.
Always a pleasure.